All right. So, anybody want to do a That's amazing. Okay. Anybody want to do a recap of what you guys remember?
Okay, so we were in the little town in the south. Uh, I believe it was Andusk. And in Andusk, we had just sicked the crowd on the werewolf, and we talked to a cleric named Leith, and we performed a scrying spell on Acolyte, and it was Ser Ridire who did the scrying spell on Acolyte. And so now we know where they are, and we know we have a little bit of time. So we're heading up towards Wygrove, and along the way, we got into some hijinks, and now Talamh is the same age as Oliver.
Yep. Through a potion that was consumed.
Was that pretty succinct for what we
Very.
did?
All right. Thank you for that. I could not have done that as succinctly today. So
Well, you see, I this is why we take notes. I'm like the Marisha Ray of note taking.
I appreciate that so much. Um, yeah.
Wow,
So
we're up to 6 viewers.
seriously,
Uh-huh.
Hi, folks.
hi everybody.
I mean, one of them's me, but still.
One of them's me.
Well, damn it, guys.
I want to be able to interact with chat.
I know.
Yeah.
I want you to. I want you to. I'm just. It's funny how it's like our numbers and then our real numbers. But
Those
our
rookie-
viewers are starting to overtake us. So
Yay!
that's important. That's awesome.
Oh, one other thing I noticed. A little technical thing. In your message board, Oliver and Talamh are mirrored.
Oh, really?
Yes, their designs are asymmetrical, and as someone with an artist eye, it always irritates me, but it's fine for now.
I am not sure what you mean. How to fix that other than
Well, don't worry about it tonight. Just let it go.
okay. Not an artist. Not an artist. So
You are an artist. You're just not a.
Not a
Draw
yeah,
artist.
not a drawing visual artist.
yes, I will give you that.
PsychGuy is a mentalist. He can make you say things that you didn't know you were going to.
That I actually can do. It's not.
Potatoes. Oh my gosh, you just did it.
Whoa!
Don't think about pink elephants.
All right.
Okay, I'm thinking about a purple one.
I'm thinking about a porcelain tiger.
Ooh.
All right. So you were headed to the city of. Well, ultimately, you had decided to go as far as Wygrove,
Yes.
which we can zoom in on the map a little bit here for everybody.
Ooh.
And you can see that you have just had approached when the internet cut out on us last time. And
Oh, the
so
travel marker is not accurate anymore. Haha.
we'll say at this point that you had just camped out for the evening and woke up and made the last 2-hour trek to the outskirts of Wygrove. And
Okay.
so as you're approaching the city, I use that term very loosely. Wygrove, for those of you in the know, is the smallest village on the continent. So it's
Smaller than Gadoon?
yeah.
Wow.
Gadoon had like 15 people.
Damn. So what does this have, like 12?
It's just Oliver's family.
Oh, wow.
Surprise!
The funny thing is, and Oliver, you would know this, it's truly about 40 people total. So yeah, as you're approaching the village,
All Oliver's family.
Wygrove, when you hear your family.
Perfect place to open a Talamh garden.
Across the street from the Oliver Garden.
I miss
And then
you guys.
Ridire will open up a marriage chapel down the road called the All Love Garden.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no. Oh, you found a way.
And then together we can all open up a hospital called the I'll Live Garden.
Yeah.
Somebody
It's one of
clip
those
that.
nights.
And then we'll create a dating app called the Fall in Love Garden.
How do I clip things?
Ah.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Sorry, I derailed
Got a
you.
slow clap from Vernon.
We're
All right.
approaching Wygrove.
All right, let me get into my Mercer voice here. The rolling hills of the plain start to level out as you approach a fork in the road. Just off the path is Wygrove, a small village centered by small farms. As you enter the town square, you can see a general store, a quaint temple with the symbol of Shantoa, the goddess of agriculture, a guard barracks, and a large building with a sign saying the Wygrove Inn. Okay, that was so unnatural, but...
Wow, that was like so different from our
No,
usual.
That was like if we were doing like a narration of the events that happened, not actually playing.
God.
You know, like
Yeah.
All I can say is thanks. Thanks, I hate it.
that was the module that we're gonna release.
The funny thing is that is how I talk when I do a module. That's why I don't do modules.
Mm.
Like when I run Strahd, I get very much narrator voice.
Oh, you could do it like an old-timey radio announcer. This time on Curse of Strahd.
The village of Wygrove sits just off the road. You see the symbol of Ridire and the Wygrove Inn. Tune in next week.
All
For the
right.
Adventures of Nuktuk. By the way, what's our weasel been doing this whole time?
Oh yeah, no, we just got the weasel, so did I successfully calm it down? Is it my
Yeah,
pet now?
pretty sure.
I don't even remember a weasel.
I threw a weasel at him.
She threw
That's
one of the
right.
things from the bag, the gray bag of tricks at me, and it turned into a weasel.
Where are you keeping the weasel? It's friendly to you. I remember that now.
Can I make a check to have fashioned a little papoose for the weasel?
The creature vanishes at the next dawn or when it's reduced to 0 hit points. We don't get to keep it forever.
Oh.
But I mean, you could we could just keep trying to get weasels out of it.
No, because then you're gonna end up throwing an elk at my head.
No, I'm gonna throw it at the enemy. Like I'm just gonna throw a boar at Acolyte.
We'll find a pet. We'll find a pet later on. I'll adopt a kitten or something.
Okay.
And it can sleep in my helmet.
The thing is, we don't know that the weasel's gonna vanish yet.
Because it's starting in the next morning, and you guys traveled the rest of the day. Because where we left off, you were traveling, so...
Oh, we still had another day to go.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
It
rode on my shoulder and then it vanished.
Yeah. You wake up the next morning, and as Talamh is making breakfast, Talamh, you need to roll a cooking check.
Oh, that's right. Let's see. Have I gotten used to the length of my arms yet? All right.
I'm a sorcerer. Uh, you know what? Now that you say that, I am going to have you at disadvantage for dexterity checks for the next, roll me a d6.
Roll a d6. Roll a d6. No.
Okay, that's
Two.
not bad.
Alright, so for the next 2 days, you'll be at disadvantage on, fine motor dexterity checks.
Okay.
So, what's the
So a
line?
9.
Zero.
So what?
Danny, don't you know about being a newborn deer?
Oh yeah.
You walk like a newborn deer?
Yeah.
Send birthday invites and now all your friend is here.
Game good.
All right.
All right. So, walking up to Wygrove, like I said, the city forks, or the road forks, and it travels into the main heart of this small village center. And then the road goes north to, I believe that is, Natho? I have to double check my map here really quick, just to make sure. But I'm almost certain that is Natho. I was right.
Okay. Well, boys, I think we might have a problem.
Oh?
I think my senses are fading because there's only like a couple of buildings that I can see around here.
No, that's correct.
Really?
Yep.
It's a small town.
Well, it does look like the town is in good shape. So,
roll me a perception check.
well, we walked into the square. I don't think we would do
Okay,
that.
I kind of let you know about the square because you can see it. If you
Okay.
just want to walk into the square,
No, I'll roll a perception check first.
Sure, I can do it too. Because I want to feel if any of the
Whoa!
buildings
I don't
are...
need it.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Wait, I could
Deer-
probably...
deer!
You know what?
deer knows what's up.
When was the last time that happened?
I have the eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox.
I think the last time that happened is when he took his helmet off.
Wow. Okay.
21,
Just
barely
barely.
ups him.
And only because she has advantage.
And a +9.
And a +9. Technically, I have advantage as well, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do we perceive?
With our powers combined.
Yeah, so you are seeing the you see a couple of people walking around in your average everyday farmer kind of agriculture clothing. No signs of werewolves of any kind. Except for a few furred hands and legs sticking out from behind behind the barracks, and you see smoke gently, not like a huge plume of smoke, but just gently coming up from behind the barracks. With a 20, you notice that the buildings and ground around the center of the square, there are some slight scorch marks. There are some divots, and some of the buildings have more wear than would be expected. But other than that, everything is standing.
Okay. Do I see anyone wearing a long beaked mask? Apart from Oliver.
I was gonna say, is Oliver hiding?
No.
I'm trying
Apart
to-
from him, is there anyone else wearing a long beaked mask?
No.
Oliver, are you sure this is where you're from?
Do you not think I wouldn't know where I'm from? But,
Oh, just no one here looks like you.
well, this isn't my face. I just wear it.
Really?
Oh. I thought you were a Kenku.
No, I stole this early on. No, I'm not a bird. Okay. Very obviously that my hands and everything else is very humanoid. I mean, you can see my ears.
Done.
I'm just gonna nudge. I'm just gonna nudge Talamh and be like, he actually thought I thought he was. Okay. Anyways, wouldn't that be great though? If just like Talamh and Ridire just actually thought he was a Kenku the entire time.
Wait, you mean he's not? To be honest, I have no idea what Oliver's face actually looks like, so he could be a Kenku.
Crying. Oh, I've missed you guys so much. Oh.
Well, Oliver, this is your hometown, and things look well. But if there's anything else you want to check in on, I'll follow your lead.
I'm going to assume that my parents had something to do with this. Looks like maybe an uprising, but I guess we should figure out exactly what happens. If it's okay, I'm going to let you take the lead.
Oh, no. This is your town. You're the lead. I'm the muscle.
That's right, you gotta show us around. I'm dying to meet your mother.
Sure
I'm
you-
very concerned about what that's going to entail.
All right, let's go. I'll
Give us the
start making my
tour.
way towards the center of town.
Okay. So
I
you
will
find yourself in the center of town. People who see you walk by are wary of you, but not showing any sign of outward fear or hostility.
Okay, no recognition yet.
No. Let's see. So, the noticeable sign in town is to the tavern and inn, and it is uniquely named the Wygrove Inn. And that's really all there is. There's the barracks, there's the inn, there's a temple, and by temple, I mean, like, a house that was converted into a temple at one point. And then there's the surrounding farmland.
I want to go kind of inspect over where they saw the bodies earlier.
Okay. So they're not hidden in any way. They're just pushed out of the way while there is a giant pyre with bodies. It looks like 2 or 3 lichens and probably 4 cultists, judging by the what you can tell is sitting there on fire, getting rid of the bodies.
Wow, how did these cultists die without blowing up?
If I had to guess, my parents were they were kind of like us at one point. Adventured.
Well, now I'm dying to meet your mother. And father.
Yes, my father. Well, I guess we shouldn't keep them waiting then.
And you know that your family farm would be just north of town, a little, like, 5-minute walk to the entrance to your farm.
Okay. Just a warning. I didn't exactly leave here on a good note, so I don't exactly know what to expect.
Well, if it's any consolation, I never left my house on good terms either. So, welcome to the club.
Well, I guess we should go. And, I'll start making my way towards home.
Okay. So, you travel towards your house, and as you approach, roll me a perception check.
Just him?
Yep.
10.
Okay. The house appears in fairly rough shape. Has needed a fresh coat of paint and some repairs done to it for quite some time. The crops are... There are some there, but they are withered and weeds fill the pathway to your front steps.
Does it look like it's been, like, abandoned?
You can look around and do an investigation check if you'd like.
Sure. I'll do that. 16.
Okay. You see signs of recent care. There are a couple of cattle off roaming the crops, just kind of lazily eating, that are skinny but not abandoned and not like diseased looking.
Okay. And it doesn't look like it's been like, just to be careful, I want to kind of sneak up, I guess, and just make sure it hasn't been like, it's not like the rest of the town looks fine, but I want to make sure that this isn't like a last holding space for somebody, or like, somebody, no hostages or anything.
Okay.
See if I can get a good grip on the situation.
Yeah. I'll carry over the 16. That's high enough. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check just to make sure you're...
Oh!
Wow!
Oh!
Jeez!
See, that's why he can't wear the shirt, because that would have been, every roll would have been that.
Oh.
Oh, man.
30!
That's... Give
Hey,
it up for
Oliver,
that,
are you
Bowie.
sure this is the right... Where'd he go?
I am unseen!
He's a bit light on his feet.
Wow. Yeah, so you are even Talamh, with tremor sense and everything, like, being able to... See, I love that the other one was a nat 1.
I didn't even notice that, yeah.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Yeah, Oliver just disappears as you are able to walk the perimeter quickly. I mean, you need little time to get a sense of the house interior, and it is empty. Most of the windows are boarded up, but through the cracks you can see that it is empty inside. On a table in the main entryway there is a stack of dirty plates and bowls. With a 30, you're able to look at the lantern hanging on the front of the door, or on the porch, to see. And while Ridire is looking southward to see if you're behind him, you sneak up and look at it and then dart away, to find that it is filled with oil. There has been use here recently.
Okay. So it's like a couple days, or like
Probably less than that.
okay. I'm gonna go back. I don't think they're here right now. I don't know exactly where they could be. I guess they could be in town helping some of the people.
As he says this, he has suddenly appeared between the two of you. Need to point that out.
Oliver, you have to be more careful in that. You're going to give me a heart attack.
I am aware. Nothing takes me by surprise.
Oh,
If anything could, that would have.
Oh.
I mean, that was a bit startling, I'll admit, but just a smidge.
I'm an old man. You need to take things easy. Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right, roll a new character.
Oh, I've never TPK'd from a heart attack.
It didn't actually go through, but I had a campaign where it was an old character, and it was specifically something that we had talked about being a possibility. They would just have a heart attack and die.
Every time you get surprised, you roll a D100 on a 1, you die.
Every nat 20, you have to roll another D20, and if you get another nat 20, you have a heart attack.
It's like the wild magic table.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue on.
Maybe we should ask some people in town and see if we can get any more information about where they might be.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
I don't know. This is your town. I'll take your lead.
All right.
Let's head back into town.
Yeah, head back towards town.
Okay. Doesn't take you more than a few minutes to get back into the center of town.
Should
Let's go
we
to
ask?
I think we could go in the inn. That is what I was going to suggest.
Yes, yeah.
It might be a good place. I mean, people generally gossip at inns.
Let's go into the inn.
Okay. So you enter the Wygrove Inn. The most typical, average inn you could ever imagine. It is one story. There is a large room with probably 8 tables set up. A bar on the far side. And then, taking a quick glance around, it looks like there's probably 5 rooms surrounding the center room.
Well, how typically average.
At the bar, there is a female dwarf, cleaning some glasses and cleaning off the table with a slightly dirty rag. There is a male human at the bar and a male halfling at the bar, and then at one of the tables look to be a group of people ranging from a tabaxi, a tiefling, and a human, and an elf. Not ranging, that's what they are.
Is the halfling in a booster seat to reach the bar?
They have, extended, bar stools with, like, a ladder system going up to it.
Oh, it's a high chair.
It's in a high chair.
Tried to make it as inclusive as possible. I built a high chair.
It's not. That is inclusive. Inclusivity is providing people what they need to be included.
Exactly.
To reach the bar, he needs a higher chair because he's a smaller person. That's very inclusive.
Grove, the inventor of the high chair. That's why the town is named the way it is. It's after Sir Henry Wygrove, who invented the high chair.
He wanted to call it the Y chair, but we knew better.
Writing notes.
Well, considering he was really high when
It's
he made
lore now!
Yay!
Henry Wygrove,
Inventor of the high
created
chair.
the high chair
For halflings and gnomes.
Gnomes and halflings to have equal representation at the bar countertop. There we go. It's in the notes.
Yay!
And of course, we all knew this because it says that on the sign when you enter the town.
There's a plaque on the front as you enter the
Very
inn.
proud.
Wait,
very
did you-
proud of that.
Did you guys read it out loud as you walked in?
Ridire did. Ridire's totally the kind of guy that's like, oh, it's inventor of the. He reads all of this.
I was gonna say,
you know how all those small towns have like the one thing that they're known for. It's just the thing here.
like Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
My town was known for a man who ate 74 sausages in one sitting.
That's kind of impressive.
Yeah. he died.
My town is known for having the king and the queen in it.
All right, I'm sorry. I have to derail this really quick, more so than it already is. Apparently, my youngest hates showers because the water gets in his eyes and he hates it. So they're having him wear ski goggles.
That's just based.
Why not just swim goggles?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like swim goggles. They're too tight. He likes
I'm with your kid on this one. I like this. I will now be getting ski goggles. This sounds like the way to shower.
All right, I gotta.
Oh my god. That's great.
I mean, I guess if it gets him to be hygienic.
If it gets him clean, then
let's
sure.
do it. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
He looks so happy too.
He thinks he's so cool.
So proud of himself.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's amazing.
Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, that is how you let a kid have their little quirk and get the job done.
I hope he stays that way through college.
I'm off to take a shower. Why are you grabbing your goggles?
Why are you grabbing ski goggles?
Shower goggles. Duh.
Doesn't everybody have shower goggles? I thought this was just
That's
normal.
my favorite part is, oh, hey, you ski or snowboard, huh?
No,
No, I shower.
What?
I've never been. Then why do you have ski goggles? It's for the shower.
Duh.
Shower
Don't
goggles.
you? I'm sorry, is this some lame joke that I'm too cool to understand?
Oh, I hope my children never change. I'm
They'll get
such
taller.
a proud dad.
Okay, so we're
All
in
right.
the pub.
Yeah,
We're in the
we're in the
pub.
pub.
We're in the...
Table of random races and just people.
I'm gonna lean over and whisper to Oliver, just like, "Do you recognize anyone?"
Do I recognize anyone?
You recognize the innkeeper. You recognize the human,
The one at the bar or the one at the table?
the one at the bar. You do not recognize anybody at the table. And the halfling could be familiar. You're not sure. Roll a wisdom check.
Just straight wisdom.
Straight wisdom.
19.
All right, you remember
19.
You remember the halfling at the bar as well. He is a one of the farmers. The human at the bar is dressed in really nice clothing. He's got this long black disheveled hair, and he looks familiar. Probably about your age. And then you know the dwarf is Ovina Steelfist.
Ovina?
Ovina.
She has fists of steel.
And she has been the innkeeper here for 20 years plus. I forget, Oliver, you're what, like 24?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So as long as you can remember, Ovina has been the barkeep and innkeeper.
But I don't recognize anybody at the table.
Nope.
Okay. I don't recognize any of the individuals at the table, but the rest of them are people from in town. I've seen them from time to time.
Should we ask anyone about?
So as you are standing in the entryway, Ovina looks up and kind of gives you all a little once-over and says, more adventures, I see. Come in and have a drink. You missed the fun last night, but you're welcome to stay if you're...
I'll walk in and I'll sit at the bar and I'll put a gold coin down on the counter to pay for my drink. And be like, "Oh, missed the fun, did we? What kind of fun was that?"
Group
yes,
of
I know that I'm probably overpaying, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Group of crazed humans and elves and dwarves and some werewolves came marching through town a couple days ago and tried to cause some havoc.
Looks like you showed them what's for.
Yeah, well, a couple of the locals in town put up a good fight, as well as our new friends here. And she points to the table.
I'm assuming she's poured me like a drink at this time.
Yep.
I'll raise the mug to the people at the table. Cheers.
And the tiefling is the one who catches your eye and just, hey, cheers.
Let's just throw some respect to other people that are doing good, hopefully. If they're not. Anyways.
All I'll sit down at the bar, but I'm not gonna say anything yet. Just let them talk for a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe try to listen into whatever conversation the adventurers
So
might be having.
you've got some good fighters around town. That's unfortunate. It's fairly odd for most of the small farming towns to have anyone exceptionally skilled, at least. I mean, everyone can throw a good punch, but...
Well, when you're on the, just off the path from, Gorkill to, some of the larger towns down south, you have your fair share of bandits who try and come by, and obviously there's the beasts of the plains that try and reclaim their land. Every now and then something comes down from the mountains, so we got pretty good at defending ourselves, but
I don't know, makes sense.
Wouldn't have been able to do much without these individuals over here.
I'm actually curious. There's a friend of mine from a while back has family out here, the Dunwald. Would you perhaps know of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they still round about. I'd love to make their acquaintance.
How long have you been since you last saw them?
Well, I've never met them. They're family of a friend. But I don't know how long it's been for him.
Well, it's not my place to be talking about anybody. Jared should be getting back to the house the next hour or so.
I see. He has a fairly consistent schedule then. Well, maybe I'll stop in.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always hang out in the town square in the next hour, and you'll see him walking to his farm. They just live up past town, about 5-minute walk to the house.
I see. Yes. Well, much obliged.
I'm gonna put down a couple of coins, and I'll be like, just pour me 2 of them, please.
Yep. Guess I have to be okay with that.
I was waiting to see if Ridire was going to do anything.
Ridire's let her drink mead before, so...
Yeah, that's right, you did. She did not like it.
No, she liked the mead.
Okay. Oh, that's right, the mead was... Oh, yeah, that's right, the Fey mead.
It's the Bear King's mead.
I'm dealing with some weirdness here, and I need to take my mind off of it.
Fair enough, just go slow with it. And she pours you 2 mugs full of a dark ale. I'm trying to remember what type the...
Like a stout like Guinness would be considered an ale.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like a porter.
Oh, okay. Well, that would also, I think, be considered.
Yeah.
I think.
Regardless, it's dark and probably disgusting.
I want to try to. Are the adventurers having a conversation like to themselves?
Yeah, they're talking. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
No.
Hard to concentrate with a lot of internal monologuing that's probably going on in.
Okay. The first one, I shotgun the first one.
Oh God. Okay. She's might want to slow down there, dear. That's gonna hit you fast in a little bit.
I don't even think you understand how hard I need this to hit me.
I don't think you understand how hard it's going to hit you.
It's fine. I'm the designated driver.
Okay, fair enough. Well, all right. Oliver, they're not being secretive at all. They are in the midst of celebrating. Um, After a hard fought battle, you can see there is a. Let's see. So there's a tabaxi that has gray fur and green eyes, wearing simple blue robes. Um, Kind of resemble flowing water when they move. Very graceful. The
Cat.
It's a tabaxi water genasi.
oh wow, that'd be cool. The human has an olive skin with dark brown eyes and brown hair that's tied in a bun. White robes that are adorned with a symbol of a waterfall. And a giant gold-colored mace hangs by her side. The wood elf is very pale, very fair-skinned, with braided brown hair that goes down to the small of her back. Like, it flows down the chair. And she is dressed in a modest brown leather armor and has a green cloak, like a forest green colored cloak wrapped around her. And the tiefling is red skin with a mop, just a messy mop of black hair, and is dressed in very vibrant greens and purples, and is lazily strumming a lute.
Uh-oh.
And you can see a few bruises and cuts on all of them. And they're talking about the they're talking about they had heard rumors of a large party of werewolves that were marching north, and how it was lucky to get the drop on, you know, the few that they did, and that, you know, they feel like they can venture down south and start to look for some loot or some gold. There's talks of various, like, no, we should go to the capital and try and, you know, get a few jobs, or they could go to Inwick or Preka or Tidefach.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
I think we should try and recruit them later.
That's what I was-
but for now, let's yeah. I don't know what relation the Jared is to you, but let's go wait for this Jared.
I'll meet you back there later.
Did we establish that my lay on hands can cure inebriation?
I think we.
I have to spend 5 points, same as like disease, right?
Yes. Would it cure inebriation or would it cure a hangover?
Oh, maybe it was the hangovers.
I think it was a hangover.
Okay.
Yes, because you cured the
Darn.
the Bear King. You cured him of his
Oh,
hangover.
you know what?
Oh,
though? You know
yeah.
what? You know what would probably cure inebriation would be lesser restoration.
I
Yeah?
think that is what you said. Cause it was,
Yeah?
Right?
Are you gonna do it?
Not right now, but if you're drunk later, yes, I'm going to force you into sobriety.
Well, I've been a little more conservative with the second one, but I'm probably 3/4 of the way through it.
I'll let you sit on the at the bar for now because I know you're safe there. Well, safe-ish. There's a bard. You know what? Nope. There's a bard in the tavern.
And what's the problem with that?
Nope. Talamh's gonna have to come with me.
Do you not understand? I'm having an
trust you.
existential crisis here.
Yes, well, have your existential crisis out there, and I'm gonna try and lead Talamh out the door.
As we leave, I'm gonna drop. I'll drop a couple gold on the counter. Just thank you, Ovina, and then walk out.
Ooh. I haven't had a roll yet today.
Yeah, I'll put one more gold down.
She didn't tell us her name, so.
He's doing a little subtle, I know who you are thing.
Ah, Kate Bishop.
I get that
Try
reference.
this macaroni. It is very good.
Do you just keep saying my name to prove that you know it? Ah, you are very good, Kate Bishop.
It was a great series. That was great. She's going to say thank you, and you can see that she is visibly taken aback.
Just leaving.
Cool.
Okay.
Out into the square.
But I'll slam the rest of mine and get up and leave.
Roll another Constitution check.
For whatever 1/4 of it was left.
I did not drink my whole one, but do you want me to roll Constitution at all, or?
No, you have drank before in fine quantities and
I'm also a large man.
are a large man.
And used to.
What does a 15 do for me?
You're in probably the next 15-20 minutes, you're going to be very buzzed.
Good. That's
Two
what I wanted.
porters are not going. It's not like you're drinking Everclear.
That's true. The alcohol content is not insanely high.
Yeah, this is not a college frat party or anything. This is just a tavern. So
Yeah, I mean, she's also doesn't weigh a lot, and she doesn't drink a lot. So yeah, I'd say a pretty good buzz.
yeah, and a definite stomachache because porter does not go down nice. It's heavy.
So, to the square.
All right, you're in the square. You know that you have to wait about 45 minutes to the time frame.
We'll Skyrim wait.
Wait, 45 minutes?
Yeah.
I pop into the bar. Hey, where's the old Thunderbucks? I gotta pee.
Just between rooms 4 and 5. It's the door over there.
Take care of that, and I go back outside.
Okay.
I had 2 whole porters. What do you want from me?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
All right.
no,
Are we just Skyrim waiting? Or are we just hand waving the?
I'm gonna Skyrim wait, but the others can do things if they want to.
Wait,
But you're just gonna freeze in place.
is that how Skyrim waiting works?
Yeah.
You
stand
stay
in
in one
place.
spot and a number of hours, and like
just
everything
cast.
changes around you.
So
Yeah.
the person just sits there, and then time just goes.
Yeah, I'll
Just-
Skyrim wait while my whole existential crisis is still going on.
The rest of the world moves normally. That's the fun thing. You can watch the animals walk by you, and the townspeople just move around you while you do it.
Does it all just speed up like really fast while you wait?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Well, it doesn't. It's like get like an hour at a time, so you just like see little snapshots of what's
Oh,
happening
okay.
around you.
Sure, Skyrim. Wait.
All right.
In a lot of instances, it's mostly just like the weather patterns and the sky and the light and stuff that changes.
Yeah, you can see the light, the shadows move across the sky.
Yeah,
or
things like
across
that.
the ground from the sky.
Anyways,
All right. So, actually, Oliver, during this 45-minute wait period, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna kind of. Are there any like front steps I could just sit on?
Yeah, both the barracks, the tavern, and the temple have porches on them.
I'll sit on the front steps of the barrack, and I'm just gonna look and see how many people I recognize. If I notice like a distinct absence of certain people, general mood, I guess.
Okay. Roll me a perception and an insight with advantage.
12, 10. Oh, that one's really bad. I rolled a
Wow.
4.
You wasted it all on your stealth.
I did. One thing I'm good at.
Should be wearing the shirt.
Yeah?
I had to balance this out somehow.
you'd be good at everything if you were wearing the shirt.
I have to balance.
All right. You
Every evil must have a good.
you
It's
probably
dark
recognize you probably recognize about 3/4 of the people that walk by. The DC on this is very low because you come from the town. This is one of those instances where if you wanted to take the 10, I would have allowed it, even though we haven't really clarified that rule. So you recognize about 3/4 of the people. There's a few younger individuals walking around. Some go to the temple to pray. You know that the god that they pray to is
The goddess of agriculture.
yep, Shinto. And a few of them go into the tavern. Probably 10-15 minutes later they come back out. So a lot of milling, a lot of restlessness around town. Every now and then you catch somebody looking at you very quizzically, looking at the barracks and looking at the body, the pile of corpses that are just slowly getting burned away. And that's about it. So, excuse me, doing anything else for that time?
I think I'm mostly just gonna sit with that.
Okay. About 45 minutes, roughly, passes by. And behind you, Oliver, the door to the barracks opens. And you hear footsteps in a fairly uneven pattern walk behind you. And something hits your shoulder. And it's at that point that a middle-aged, older gentleman, probably in his 60s, I'd say, walks by and turns and says in an accent, watch where you're sitting.
I see you have not changed one bit, father.
And he stops and turns and... Oliver?
Tis me.
And he's going to... Hold up, I forgot to do this one part. Do.
It's awkward family drama time.
He takes a couple steps forward and throws a haymaker at you.
Okay.
And completely misses. And ends up, in the dirt at your feet.
Oh. Did someone just try to attack my friend?
He did just try to punch me.
Well.
Did we hear what was going on? Was it...
Oh, yeah, you guys have been kind of giving Oliver some space, but not that much space.
I will...
There's an empty spot in the dirt that he's now sitting in.
As Talamh's about to try and do something magical to the ground, I'm going to pick her up so she's not in contact with the ground.
Roll for initiative.
Can I roll athletics?
We're going to roll for initiative to see who does this first.
All right.
Okay, computer, listen to me.
Can you beat that?
I don't think you can beat that.
It's very important. This is very important. I need you to temporarily give me a plus 20 on this roll. Okay, computer? Shh. Shh.
Wow.
I mean, that was still pretty good.
That's like one of the best initiatives I can roll.
That... All right, so... Talamh, you open up the ground. The unknown farmer gentleman falls into the pit. And then you're lifted up into the air.
I'm going to
throw her over my shoulder, you know.
like Shrek style, like
Shrek, yeah, Shrek and Fiona style.
Fiona.
Yep.
What? First of all, who's attacking who? Someone just attacked my friend over here. So what are you doing, Ridire?
We're gonna go get you some more alcohol. We're gonna go back into the tavern.
No way the hell. Everyone thinks this is so funny.
Oliver, your father just is... Did you close it up, Talamh, or just open it on him?
Well, I didn't have time to close it up.
Okay.
But I would have.
So he's just in a hole now.
I would have, and it would have been his head poking out like a little head of lettuce.
Yeah, there's now a pit in front of you, Oliver, and your father is inside of it.
Just gonna lean
As I'm screaming all the way back into the bar, nobody attacks my friends.
I'm just gonna lean down and say, I'm sorry about that. She's a little bit feisty, I guess, if you could say.
I saw that, Ridire.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm carrying you. I don't have any hands free to make gestures.
You probably have the one.
No, I am both hands holding you so you don't wriggle away. I'm not an idiot.
You're definitely wriggling. What the? Stop that. I didn't appreciate this.
Oh.
Help, help. I'm being abducted.
Being kidnapped.
Let's see how many people you're gonna convince that I can't out-convince that you'll be.
Oh, that's dangerous.
You might be faster than me, but I am far more charismatic.
All right, let's focus on Oliver right now, because
I'm going to, as leaning down, I'm going to say, I wanted to come back because we're sort of wrapped up in this whole werewolf business, I guess you could say. It is something, well, I guess our family has been in for a while. But I wanted to make sure that you and mother and I wanted to make sure you were all okay. I knew they'd come through here. And I'll offer my hand to help him out of the hole.
he begrudgingly takes the hand, and as soon as he's out of the hole, he pushes you away and says, and again, this is all in an accent very similar to Oliver, but I'm not going to attempt it. So,
Oh, come on. Give it your best shot.
I tried.
Text me the words and I'll do it.
I tried today. It did not go well. I YouTubed angry Russian accent.
Probably not the best thing to be YouTubing right now, but
Oh, great. Oh, I'm gonna be put on a list.
Oh, it's okay, Chuck. You were already on a list.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You're a dungeon master.
I'm also a counselor. The things I've had to search for my job.
oh no.
Oh, it's not. High school students want you to look up laws for them. I have to look up laws for them. I'm on lists, I'm sure. Love my job. So, it's in an accent. I'm not doing the accent. Says, well, you'd need to check up on us, wouldn't you? Because you wouldn't know how anybody is doing.
Look, I just wanted to solve this. I felt like no, never mind. I'm sure you're doing fine.
Oh yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Trying to take care of the farm by myself, trying to fight off werewolves by myself.
Well, the werewolf thing will be solved very soon. We're working on it. But,
Oh yeah, you're gonna have as much luck fighting that werewolf as last time?
I know where he is.
You know where who is.
That werewolf.
Okay.
I'm going to avenge Grant.
Graham.
Grant is what I said there.
Yep.
Yep.
He just stops, and you see his anger drop, and everything changed that day.
Did for me too. I'm only here because of it. Like, I only have the friends I have, and what I'm doing, it is all because of that day. I have the scars to remind myself of that day. I didn't, despite what you may believe, I didn't run away because I felt, because I ran away because I was afraid of what would happen afterwards, of what people would think about me. I didn't know what happened. but I've learned to control that power. And I'm using it, and I'm going to use it to fix this, to finally give our family the rest we need.
The rest we need would be to not have you be coming back here to remind us of these memories. The werewolf was only one part of what killed Grant.
If I could go back and fix it, I would. If I could go back and guarantee that I could fix it, I would. You don't think that I would make a different decision, that I would try something different, that I would try to save him? I wear this mask because of what that day also did to me.
Roll a perception check. Or persuasion check.
Ooh, I'm good at those. 24.
Wow. He stops and can see him pause. And starts to slowly walk back towards the farm.
I'll let him go.
Yeah, we started at 6:30.
He takes a step. He takes a couple of steps. Walks about 10, 15 feet. And turns around. Oh. Okay. And says, your mother forgave you a long time ago. I have not. But I can see the change. And with that, he just turns and walks back to the farm.
Okay, I'll let him go. And I'll sit there for a while.
I'm just gonna go sit next to Oliver. I'm not gonna say anything. Just gonna sit down next to him.
You know, he never really liked me, and I never really knew why, but if I had to guess, it would be something related to the power I have. But I guess I gave him a reason.
It's difficult. I know how you feel.
I'm gonna go and sit on the other side of Oliver.
It's not easy feeling like your parent doesn't love you.
If it's any consolation, I know that feeling.
I think all of us do.
But
Yeah.
at least I know that they're okay.
Yes. And you know that you're striving to do good. You're striving to make the world a better place, regardless of anything else. That's noble.
I'd like to see my mother before we go, but I think I'm pretty much done here.
Well,
Oh.
let's find her.
Yeah.
I'll probably just sit for, I don't know, another 10 or whatever. And then get up and I'll start asking about my mom.
Okay. Around the time that you get up and start asking, you see the halfling that was at the bar walk out of the tavern. And now that you're seeing him walking around, you notice that this is Hobart. And one of the other farmers in town whose plot of land was not far from your family's.
Okay, I'll go to him and ask about my mother specifically.
Yeah. Do you tell him who you are?
Feel like the surprise is kind of over now, so why not?
Okay. He says, when Avina said that you had come back, I didn't believe it, but here you are, in the flesh.
Didn't really expect to be back, really ever, but circumstance. These are interesting times.
To say the
Oh,
least.
that is an understatement. Young Dunwald, that is an understatement.
I saw my father recently, but I hadn't seen my mother yet. Do you know where she might be?
Not here.
Where could I find her then?
Well, she, remind me again, because I know I have this written down somewhere, but how long ago did you leave the town?
Probably, we've been together, our group has been together for what, 2 years now?
About 2 years-ish.
So probably about 3 years it's been.
Okay, perfect. It says, about a year ago, she had enough of your father, and she and your sister traveled north.
Do you know if they were headed to Gorkil or Brilthi or?
The last I had heard, she had just said that they were going to get a fresh start and that they were going to let the road take them where they needed to be, but it sounded like she wanted to stay fairly close. I
What?
think she was hoping to find you, to be honest.
Thank you, Hobart. I guess we should be going to look for her then,
Well,
and my sister.
be safe. There's many points to the pile of corpses, and there's a lot of nasty stuff out there.
Oh, trust me,
Oh.
we know.
Oi.
We're well equipped
We were just down south and
to deal with the problem.
We're the ones who knock. Can I have a suggestion to help you find your mother?
Sure.
Ridire, how long would it take to get that armor off you?
A few minutes.
Good. Oliver, put it on and scry on your mother.
Oh, he'd have to attune to it. It'd take an
That's true.
hour, but it's doable.
Can I attune to it if I'm not proficient in that type of armor, or?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not having to fight in it, you're just having to cast a wee spell.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a little clunky on you, but you can, if you want to, Ridire, you taking it off for him?
I mean, not in the middle of the town square, but yeah, we'll go find a private place, and I'll let him put on the armor and tune to it.
I'll march into the inn and say to the bartender, "These two need a room," and I'll plunk a coin down.
We're not that kind of inn.
No, it's
No,
not
it's
for that.
fine.
He
It's
just needs to take
fine.
off
He
his
just needs to
armor,
take off my armor,
and then I'll put on the armor, and
and then he's going to wear my armor.
we're just making this worse, aren't we? I think we're just making this worse.
Is that Oliver?
Yes, it is me.
Well, okay. This is most unexpected. Welcome home, son.
Thank you. I'd say, unfortunately, I'm not staying long, but it seems that my father is not too keen on me being around.
Your father has fallen on some hard times lately and is, unfortunately not, he's not in a good place. You give him some time.
Thank you. But we would like a room, if possible.
Yeah, private adventuring business. I know what it's like with, the current company, and please, take a room. Hand you the key to a room.
Okay, go in the room. We'll let him attune to the armor, and he can scry.
Scry.
Scry on his mama.
Okay.
On Mother Jane.
Let's see here.
As long as she's safe, then we can probably try and go after the main threat for now, and then find her afterwards. But if she's in danger, we'll have to make a decision.
What spell? Remind me again. What spells does the armor have? Sending? I don't think it does it?
It does not have sending.
Dang it.
It has scry. It has. Let me pull up my little list here. Where did I put it? Scrying, modify memory, commune with nature, teleportation circle, mass suggestion, druid grove. So, scrying. Where's Mama Dunwald? She's in Bilthy. Oh, fuck.
That's what I'm worried about.
All right, scry spell. Can't remember if there's. I know there's a saving throw for it.
Wisdom, I believe.
Yeah. And with the armor, it's against my saving throw, right? Not the armor doesn't.
Yeah. Say so. They make a Wisdom saving throw modified by how well you know the target. So you have familiar,
Yep.
obviously,
So that's a
knowledge.
-5
So
to the save.
-5. If you have a possession of hers, it'd be a -4. A body part, lock of hair, bit of nail, or the like. It's his mom. He has half of her genetic code. Does that count as a body part or the like?
If you want, no. Like, if you want to cut yourself twice and hope that that would be enough to use as a. But do you carry around a token or something of your mom?
Probably not. No, I didn't leave. I didn't plan to leave. I just kind of left.
Yeah. So she just gets a -5 then.
Okay, and what's your save?
17.
Okay. So, you close your eyes and concentrate on the memories of your mom. And the image, so once again, it's very much like the world around you kind of zooms out, and you're staring at the roof of the Wygrove Inn, and then you're staring at Wygrove, and then you are staring at the surrounding area. Very quickly, you find yourself being pulled forward, and now you're looking at another small village. And then you're suddenly staring at the roof of a fairly large building. And all of a sudden you're inside and you can see your mom. And you can see your sister. And they are in what appears to be a tavern of some kind. And your sister has a figure in her hands by the neck, dressed in black and red robes, and takes a fist and just punches this figure right in the face, and then throws him a good 10 feet. And you're seeing this kind of like a fisheye lens, so you can see your sister doing this, but she's not the focus. The focus is on your mom, who has two of these black and crimson robed figures and is currently switching back and forth between the two of them while wielding two daggers. And you watch as she just, hits one in the neck, the other in the gut, pulls out the one in the neck, flips it around, and stabs the cult member in the shoulder, pulls the one that's out of its gut, does a little, spin, and catches it right in the back. Big ol' grin on your mom's face as she's doing this. and that's where the scry fades away.
Hey,
Well, the good news is that she is able to defend herself, but it does seem like they are in some sort of trouble somewhere.
what town were they in?
A small village, and they said they headed north. So I'm assuming, what's the next town north?
The next town north would be Natho.
Probably Natho.
I mean, was he able to recognize it? Because I was able to recognize the village when I scried. Is he able to more precisely?
Roll a
Like-
history check. Let's see if you've been through Natho enough to recognize.
10.
What did it? So I remember when Ridire scried, it like zoomed out and then zoomed in on the geographical location.
Yes.
So would we know the geographical location
So it
of the
went
town?
north and then zoomed.
It
Yeah.
definitely zoomed north, and it was definitely a quick zoom.
So
Okay.
probably Natho.
Good guess that it's probably Natho.
Is there a dire threat? Do we need to rush to their assistance? Because
They seemed to be.
I want to help them, but the more time we dally, Filthy could be lost.
I have an idea. Let's
Okay.
go talk to those adventurers
Yes.
and see if we can pay them if they need it, and we can see if they can go to Natho, and if they need assistance, then they can help. But it did not seem like they were in dire need.
That is an excellent plan.
You are the most approachable.
Yes, but currently I'm in my underwear, so give me back my armor, and then we'll do that. Technically, I would be wearing padding underneath the
Yeah.
armor, so
I'll
Yeah.
untune, give it back.
I'll take the armor. I'll put it back on. Smells like sorcerer.
All sorts of flavors of acid.
Okay, when we were looking at these adventurers, did they look like they were like big, powerful, strong, gung-ho adventurers, or was it more like we're going on an adventure level 2, you know?
Roll an insight check.
Insight.
Oh, hang on. While they were in the room, I was waiting out in the bar. What do I have to roll to resist going over and hanging out with the adventurers?
Do you want to resist hanging out and going over to the adventurers?
You know what? No, I don't. I want to go
was
sit with
gonna
them.
Like,
Yeah, I'm sitting at their table.
all right, so we're gonna cut over. While this is happening, we're gonna cut over to Talamh.
Okay.
And-
Sorry, I
No,
can roll an
thank you.
insight for you at some point.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So you pull up, and the tiefling smiles at you, and well, hello.
Hi there. How long have you guys been running around stabbing people?
You make it sound so barbaric.
Listen, I've buried people up to their necks and left them there. Of course, it's barbaric.
What?
But hey, it's home. Sorry.
Well, I mean, if it gets the job done, did they deserve it?
Of
And
course they deserved it. You think they wouldn't have?
I mean, were they harming other people? Or are you just going around and putting innocents in holes?
They were cultists, and they were blowing each other up, and I had to contain the explosion.
Ah! So a couple of the cult members, huh? Well, that seems fair then. And what's your history with them?
Oh, here and there. Came from down south and fought off a bunch of them.
Poisoned their leader.
Oh yeah. So
We killed
it's a whole
one of their bosses.
it's a whole big to do, and I regale them with the story of the Blood Clan in the Blood Clan Keep, and how we poisoned them with nightshade that we found in their own kitchen with a landlocked paella.
Like she just tells the entire campaign. It's just a summary.
Yeah, exactly. I summarize like the entire campaign from that point.
Probably
And,
skipped the Feywild.
It's the like Olaf bit from Frozen 2. But it's just Talamh.
I haven't
explaining
seen
our
it, but
adventure.
I believe it's funny.
Roll.
And like but I describe nothing visually.
Roll a performance check.
Sweet. I'm proficient in performance.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Perfect retelling.
the shirts. The
Oh,
shirts.
boy.
The next Shakespeare.
I'm like
The bard
Captain
is sitting there,
Morganing.
mouth agape, like, how is this non-trained person a better storyteller than I am?
I'm like Captain Morganing up on the chair, just like doing all the dramatic, like, alas, poor Yorick.
They start like crying.
You're controlling the dust to actually make, like, moving pictures of what
Exactly.
Oh!
happened.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Little, like, dust constructs that you're hitting with your staff, and they're poofing apart.
And then they did this. And he died, and this werewolf was poking out the window saying, yes, I'm out and I'm proud.
Ridire's most evil thing he did weekends at Bernieing a werewolf.
And so that's how we ended up here.
You can't look around, but you sense from the heartbeats and the lack of breathing that they are just enthralled. They have been hanging on every word. Every now and then the wood elf like starts to interject and try and say something, and the tabaxi just puts a giant cat hand over her mouth. Not the time. And goes into this long. I mean, at the end of it, the tiefling has started to write and take notes.
There will be legends about us.
What is your group name?
We're the Twilight Brigade.
Oh my god, I love that. Okay. Can I write this into verse?
I'd be offended if you didn't.
I'd be offended if you didn't let me, so I think we're in agreement.
I stick my hand out. Did we just become best friends?
I want to know everything about you.
Really?
This is amazing. So, where are my manners? I'm a little flustered. Okay. I am Mordai.
Mordai. Which one is Mordai?
The tiefling.
Okay.
Tiefling bard. I'm assuming bard because of the loot.
Yep. And we also have a druid amongst us. This is Henfair. And that is the wood elf.
Okay.
And on your right is Heidi Greenband. She is our healer and moral compass.
Is the human?
Yep.
Okay.
And then our Our other friend here is Jesper.
Eh. Shadow and Bone.
And Jesper is the one with is the human. No,
Is the
not-
tabaxi.
Is the tabaxi.
Yep. And we are the Fated Few. And he does a deep bow.
Not as cool as Twilight Brigade.
I have to suppress a giggle as I hear this from Ridire's room.
Ridire just like is suddenly just like has no idea what's going on, but cannot control himself from saying that out loud. Not as cool as Twilight Brigade. Where did that come from?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, but they
Someone
said-
hijacked my mouth for a second there. It was really weird. It's like I was being controlled by a tall, attractive
It's really
man.
weird, actually. I don't know why that would happen. But
Yeah, it's
Um,
very
I
strange.
really heard of that.
So it's at this point when they ask to know about me, the actually the Chewinga memories start pouring out.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm assuming though, because we were only in there for him to attune and do the scrying. We were only in there for just over an hour, so we are probably
Mhm.
coming out around this time. I would expect.
Like I give them the memories of being like a wood spirit rather than or an earth spirit rather than being like a child.
Roll another performance check with advantage.
All right, see if I can do this again,
Might
guys.
give you super advantage. I am going to give you an inspiration. I think that just is more advantage.
It's a
but-
19. That's a
19.
19.
I mean, with how enthralled they are, the DC was like 3.
Oh, this is a good time to ask you. What was our ruling on being able to turn my face blank at whenever I want?
Screw it.
'Cause it
I'm
would
gonna
be
say, let's
super
do
cool
it.
right now.
Yeah. Go for it.
So yeah, I basically because I basically have 2 sets of memories, and so I'm just picking from one of them, and they're the Chewinga memories. And at some point, Chuck, you'll have to tell me what they are because
Yeah. So, all of a sudden, Talamh, you take kind of a back seat to yourself. And all of a sudden you start talking about running through these green and this is happening Zero or Oliver and Ridire walk out while this is happening. So you're able to see the Chewinga face. And you hear talking about and you know I went to the Burrowlings' homes, but accidentally dug up a lot of their tunnels, and they got mad at me and they chased me away. And then I went to the Furbolg encampment, and they were like, "Oh, we're big and scary and ugly, and we don't like other people." And then I ran away from them, but first I took all their food and I hid it, and then I went.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna be like, okay, Talamh, who are your new friends here?
right. Oh, and so my face goes back to normal.
Yep.
Right. So this one here with the lovely lilting voice is Mordai. Say hello, Mordai.
Hello.
And this one here apparently is a druid. Name is Henfir.
Pleasure.
Hello.
Heidi Greenband over there, and Jesper.
Yes.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And Mordai is the one to, obviously, kind of the voice, and says, "The pleasure is all ours. My goodness, you've been through a lot, Ser Ridire, I presume."
Yes, that's the one and only.
Sounds like it would be difficult to duplicate you, sir.
Oh, you flatter. Yes, I assume Talaph's been telling you of our exploits.
We have heard everything, and it's amazing what you've been through, what you've accomplished, and just
Okay,
hopefully
out of
this
character or
yeah.
out of character for a second. Oliver, did we would have talked real fast before we left the room. Did we decide? Are we gonna tell them it's your mom, or are we just gonna say it's someone that might need someone that we are concerned about?
They have the personal connection now. They're enthralled.
So
So we could probably tell them it's my
It's your
mother,
mom?
but also
Okay.
she's like super cool and stuff. So
Yeah.
sick.
Anyways,
So
yeah,
I mean good luck with the werewolf killing.
yes, it's quite an interesting pastime. I I happen to have noticed, obviously, and now have introduced us, that you guys are adventurers yourselves. We are having a little bit of a problem with not being able to be in two places at once, and we were wondering if we could enlist your assistance in a matter. Obviously, you successfully defended this town, so you are not without skill.
Well, you're too kind. I mean, we've been at this for a while, but nothing like what you've gone through. Just average goblin horde and trolls and the like.
Of course, of course. Well,
Actually, out of character, the troll is actually the most dangerous foe we've faced so far. I think that one got us the lowest on health.
I mean, that last fight we were in hit you pretty hard.
Got me to half. The troll got all over to like 6 hit points.
We were also like 4 levels lower, or 5
Really?
levels lower. If we fought that same troll now, it would probably not do nearly as well.
Well, true.
So my friend Oliver here, and I'm gonna pull him in like super like the whole like movie thing where you pull the person in really close and squeeze them, and they're just like not wanting to be there. He's from this part of this neck of the woods, and his mother appears to be in the city up north. And we're a little bit concerned about her safety, what with the werewolf horde marching through. But we need to be off to the capital ourselves in order to make sure the king and queen, the army and whatnot, can have as much information as possible to respond against the threat. So we were hoping we could perhaps enlist you to go assist and check on things to the north there.
Well, I mean, Ser Ridire, all due respect, what Talamh has told us, it sounds like that's where the army of werewolves and cult members in force went. How far north are you thinking?
What was the city's name?
It is just north of here. It's in Natho.
Natho, just north. The army's in Bilthy right now. We know this for a fact. So there may be stragglers, but the bulk of the horde won't be there. And there's no need for you to go any further than that.
Well, if that's as far as you're thinking, and that's when Heidi, the cleric, just stands up and says, "Nope, we're going now. We're helping them. End of discussion. Let's go."
I'm very appreciative of it. I thank you.
Thank you.
greatly.
Allow me to just help. I give a few a little bit of money. Would it help you with some costs? I don't want to. I mean, I'm grateful for you to help, but I don't want this to be, I'd be happy to pay you.
I mean, 12 gold, and let us get rich off the song, and call it a deal. Yeah?
I hand him. I flip him a plat and 2 golds.
All right.
Yeah, that's more than reasonable. Thank you. Oliver, do you want to give them a description of your family so that they can find them and also possibly pass on the message that you're okay?
Yep, and I'll
Ooh,
explain what they look like, where I kind of saw them a little bit. Just that they're, in a larger building, everything I know.
Okay.
I need to do something.
Okay.
Is there room for me to put my portable hole down?
Yeah.
Okay.
6 feet. You could probably
put
budge
that-
the table a little bit.
I scoot a table out of the way and I put down my portable hole. I climb in, rummage around for a second, and I pop back out and I roll the portable hole back up. And I hand a little enchanted box to the group, and I say, I want 10% of the song royalties. You can put them in there.
Okay. Deal.
She's a little entrepreneur. It's a thing.
That. Sure, it's gonna be a while before it's finished.
That's fine.
That's fine. We will though. I think I will extend exclusive rights to the tales, any tales going further from this point.
Well,
You have a deal.
All right, handshakes all around. Oh yeah, you and you. Yes,
I give the
Doctor?
tiefling like a big old hug.
doctor. Oh, group hug. I just pull everybody in, big just group hug. Oliver somehow is in the exact middle of it.
Talamh's like awkwardly shoved next to him.
All right, excellent. Let's be off. We all have important tasks to accomplish.
All right.
All right, we're going to walk outside, and I am going to begin casting teleportation circle to the capital.
Okay.
Just quickly. Can I start? How long does the circle take? It's 10 minutes, right?
10 minutes, I believe.
Yep.
Can we delay just a little bit? I want to write a letter, and it's just gonna be very, very, very. It's not gonna be signed anything. It's just gonna be a little note, and it's just going to say, to basically to fix the house, and like list things. And then, if I do this right, it's only like 5 minutes away, right?
Yeah.
The farm. So I'm going to go there. Then you can start the circle like right after I leave, basically. I'm going to leave the note, and I'm going to leave 10 plat. You
guys are so rich, it's disgusting.
I'll leave 10 plat, and then I'm going to prestidigitation a symbol on the note. It's just going to be like a front version of like the mask, the like crow mask. I'm going to knock on the door, and I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to go back.
Okay.
Guys, my bard in Curiosity's campaign has more money than Ridire does.
Sorry. Well, that's because the Ridire never wants any.
That's true.
He refuses to take any.
I don't take a share, and you guys will just help me out if there's something I need beyond what I have that I can afford on my own. So
Exactly. Like when we go to the capitals, you bet your bottom dollar I'm getting some silver hand wraps
Ridire wants a crossbow.
and some bracers of defense.
I have an extra crossbow. I have a +1 crossbow.
Is it a light crossbow or is it a heavy crossbow?
That's a light.
I want a heavy crossbow.
Okay.
You want a
Because
strength crossbow.
Well, it technically doesn't use strength, but I was going to ask if maybe I could roll strength to hit with it and just not be able to add anything to the damage.
A longbow is a strength weapon.
It still uses dexterity. No, dexterity is just for the damage, isn't it? Does it use strength to attack with? No, it uses dexterity to attack with.
But I thought it
Or
was
is
a
it
strength.
both? No, but there's a strength requirement because it's heavy.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm checking something.
I mean, honestly, the English longbowmen were the strongest people in the army because the draw strength on those bows could be like 80 pounds.
Like 120.
Yeah, but I mean, like for like quick firing, like they would be doing in battle, it was like an 80-pound draw without struggling hard. I mean, that was the every day. But yeah, 120 for sure. If they had to do a full draw.
We should build the Jorg Sprava instant Legolas bow for Ridire.
I just want a ranged option that's better than my axes.
Yeah, you can have. I can give you magic stones.
That's true.
But
They work fairly well.
But having a crossbow probably wouldn't hurt.
I feel
You
like
could
having
sell
a
off
heavy.
You could trade your 6 short swords for one.
Yeah, a heavy crossbow would be helpful because even if I don't hit all the time with it, it has farther range and it would give me that D10 damage at far range.
Ooh.
Because I'm capable of wielding it, I just don't have like high dex stats. So if it's all dex based, I wouldn't hit very often. But if we're at that extended range, that wouldn't be as big of a deal.
I'll say a magic stone will hit way more often then.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking this for like beyond 100-foot range.
Oh, okay.
So like, because I think the heavy crossbow is like 200 something, and the longbow has like a 600-foot range with disadvantage. Yeah. But that's once we get to the capital. So,
Yeah.
But I'll cast the portal up, and then once and I'll finish it off, finish the ritual as soon as Oliver gets back.
Timed basically right, because if you started it right after I left, it should be I get back.
And technically, like it's got the long casting time because you have to do you have to draw the circle and do the preparation. Mm-hmm. Technically, if you did all of that, I would think then the final thing to activate the portal would be an action, right?
Yeah,
probably.
You can just hold the last of the sigil before activating it.
Activating it, so I can just wait for you to get back for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I haven't looked into it, but I would rule it like if you guys wanted to set up a sigil, a teleportation circle in advance. Oh, I should probably.
It'll just be like you draw the circle, and then there's like a magic word that or whatever, like a incantation that activates it. So if you take all the time to draw the circle, then you can do the incantation as an action. Is kind of how I would do it.
Did you mean to be googling up on the stream?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Target off teleport.
Ooh.
Choice maybe known. Same plane.
Regardless, though, we definitely have that we can make the timing work in this instance.
We can time it. Oliver sees us disappear as he sprints towards it.
Yes, I'm walking. This is just a way to write me out for a few episodes. I go with the other adventurers.
That would actually be kind of an interesting split.
No, we don't split the party.
Splitting the party is always good.
It worked out for us well last time, apart from triggering the apocalypse.
Yeah, you see how that happened to my bottom line.
You're fine. You're like the richest person in the country right now.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck had to start the apocalypse just to keep me from getting richer.
Yep.
I mean, he had it all.
Play into it.
He technically had it all date coded, though.
I did.
So
I know.
I did.
He just had to choose. He just had to choose how much time progressed.
No, I mean it. I had a start date, and a date the apocalypse happened.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, but the time variation in the
Feywild.
The Feywild, because it's not always the same. It can.
No,
it can
that
alter,
was you.
So.
You rolled.
Well, yeah, I rolled for it, but that's true. But...
So I had nothing to do with it. You guys could have been in the Feywild for a minute.
True.
You guys missed the apocalypse. I had it planned that you would be here for it.
We didn't miss the apocalypse. It's still going on, and we're here.
Okay.
Alright, so casting time is 1 minute, and the duration is 1 round, so...
It's a 6-second thing, but if everybody's in it, then...
Oh, the casting time's only 1 minute?
Yeah.
We
No.
can just wait for Oliver to get back.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
wait till Oliver gets back, yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking 10 minutes because when Caleb did it in Critical Role, he used it as a ritual
He
spell.
did it as a ritual casting, yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
but then
a
also-
recast because of the
Yeah.
armor. So.
Yeah. Druid Grove also was a 10-minute, which comes from the armor, so we might have been confusing it with that too. So yeah, well, teleportation circle to the capital.
Alright. Meow.
We step out of the portal wherever the circle is in the capital that the portal originates at.
Yep. So, the, let me just get my notes here. I didn't have this planned out because I expected you to walk.
To the
Oh,
capital?
no, I did. I
To the
did.
capital?
Okay, never mind. I had it.
I was gonna say, I told you we were gonna teleport there many times.
All right. So, you end up in a very plain-looking room with a giant circle on it. The room is probably about probably about 20. Yeah, probably about 20 feet by 20 feet. Not the biggest room, but a good
Pretty big.
size. And on one side, you see a heavily fortified door. And as you gather your senses and find yourself standing in this stone kind of dungeon-like room, a little square in the door opens, and you can see some bars, and you hear a voice saying, all right, what do you want?
I am Ser Ridire. We have an urgent message for the king and queen.
I bet you do. All right. Arms up, above your head. Stand in one place in front of the door. Wait for me to tell you to step off to the side.
Yeah.
Must
Any
have
resistance
had-
from the three of you?
No.
No.
I'm assuming they've had enemies try to use the teleportation circle to get into the city, so I expected something like this.
And a little door opens. A little, like, mail slot opens, and a book with a quill is, pushed through.
Okay.
And the voice says, all right. 25 gold, and write your name in the book.
Did you just say write my name in the book?
Am I allowed to put my hands down in order to do that?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay. I'll do it, Talamh. I write our names in the book.
Nope. Everybody signs their own name. Just
She's blind!
put something down. It doesn't matter what it is.
Alright, scribble over the whole page, Talamh.
Gonna have to use a whole new page after that, but that's fine.
And I hand it to Oliver. And then who's got 25 gold that they can...
Fine. You can have 25 of my hard-earned gold.
I just let you use their book as a coloring book, so I think that's fair. I enabled your sass.
Hang on, I need a calculator.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Man, I'm down to 4,258 gold.
Have you ever been so rich that you needed a calculator to subtract 25 from how much you had?
Must be
I feel like-
nice.
I feel like I'm D&D rich, and I don't even have that much.
First world problems.
Oh, when you've broken the economy for your game.
I have like
I'm gonna
a
go-
fourth of that.
I've been saving up for an artifact.
Okay,
Yeah,
so then do
I'm
they
gonna
let
have
us
to start
in?
giving you guys legendary items because I'm pretty sure you can afford it at this point.
It's true.
I would really like a legendary item.
Yeah, well,
I guess I have the armor.
I stick the immovable rod to Ridire's armor and activate it.
You have an immovable rod?
No, but I want one.
not yet.
I want one too. That's like one of my favorite items.
I'm
That's
just-
only an I think that's only an uncommon magic item.
Oh, well.
Maybe it's rare. I
just
mean,
saying,
they're
you guys are at the
amazing.
capital, so anything can happen at this point.
Oh, we're gonna stock up. Yep, let's go.
Yep.
Time to get the robes of the Archmage.
Rod of 7 parts. All 7 of them are here.
I look for the 5 pieces of Exodia. We just win.
Everyone will go to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Acolyte.
The seal of Orichalcos.
Makes me so happy that Acolyte is the one that has just all the anger towards her.
She stabbed Talamh. No one else has stabbed us and gotten away.
Oh,
I guess maybe Sial. He slashed us a couple of times, but we still taught him.
it makes me
Taught
so
him not
happy
to do
that you
that.
still remember Cial.
Well, I listen to the old recordings
Yeah.
sometimes.
And the worm got us pretty good with her lightning bolt.
Yeah, she like did a charmed spell thing on me at first.
No, not the witch, not the queen of. Oh yeah, she feared you.
No,
yeah,
she like
you're
feared
right.
me. Yeah.
Hmm.
That was before I had my aura that gives us all of the saving throw bonuses.
All right, so my shopping list is bracers of defense and silvered hand wraps.
All right.
I will give her my shopping list. I will go speak with the king and queen.
Well, at this point, do we want to keep going or do we want to call it a night? Because it is 7:40, so it's almost 9 o'clock for.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 hours. It's been a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
It seems like a good breaking point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Panda, I don't even know what time zone you're on, man.
I'm same as y'all.
Okay.
Oh, you've been in Oklahoma for too long.
Yep.
So.
I'm now in a different time because I've been in Oklahoma for almost not quite a year, but like a half a year. Time moves differently.
And he now says y'all.
He spent too much time in Middle America, and for him, it's 1956.
All right. So after you pay your money and you are escorted, the door opens, and a couple of armed guards say, the city is on alert. Keep
Yes,
your
it
noses
should
clean.
be.
What is your... Oh, you've already stated your business.
Yeah, I have urgent news about, like, the bad guys. The cult.
Very well. Good luck getting in. The king and queen are under lockdown due to the constant threat of insurgents. So you will have
Yeah,
to
well-
convince them that you have information to give.
At the very least, I'll send the information to them, whatever the case may be. But yes.
Fair enough.
Powell's parents are going to have to get them an audience. Gosh darn it.
I
So-
probably can get us an audience easier than your parents can.
And with that, they let you out into the
Oh, I'm way too zoomed in.
Yep, me too.
Ah.
Hearts Bridge.
What district is the teleportation circle in?
I did not think that far ahead.
Ah,
So, you will get your bearings and be able to do your
Shopping.
shopping, that's the word, thank you, on our next episode of Roll for Initiative.
he said the thing.
Twilight Brigade.
Don't
And
forget
with
to like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, do all the things. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. As far as I know, we will actually be back next week.
Yay!
So
Yay! We
that's
didn't end on
awesome.
an awkward note.
And with that, have a good night.
Bye.